Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. This is AROD Locks here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. What we're doing here is we're going to go over the Bears versus Vikings game. We're going to go over the main betting lines, and then we're going to talk about some player props at the end. If you guys watch my channel, you know this is typically what I do. I'll give you the big games, give you all the betting info so that you can make educated bets and see if you want to bet on the spread, the money line, the over, under, player props, whatever it may be. I'm just giving you the info so that you can make educated decisions, and I do give you guys some picks that I like as well. One thing before I get going, guys, I just wanted to show you real quick. I do have a $10 pass going on for this weekend. I've never done this before, but I wanted to kind of give away for you guys to try out my picks, see if you like them. So what this is right here is $10. You get all my picks for today on Saturday, December 14th, tomorrow, December 15th, and Monday for December 16th, the Monday night games. You can try out my picks, see if you like them, see if you want to become a full-time VIP or just join in on the free plan as we get closer to NFL playoffs, college football playoffs, get into this postseason. You guys can just see what I'm about, see how we're winning on the VIPs. Only $10 for all my picks the entire weekend. Only 30 of them are available. I can't give out free picks to everybody or very cheap picks to everybody because if, let's say, 500 of us play the same exact plays and we all hit, the sports books can limit us. So I do have to keep it somewhat limited. So first 30 people that get in on it is $10. Just click the link in the description down here where it says free and VIP picks. Click that. You'll see the store pop up right here, this $10 pass. Click the purchase button right down here, and it's very easy to find if you wanted to get in on all the picks that I'm putting out. I will give you some player props on this video, but all the VIP picks are sent to the VIP members, and that's part of that $10 weekend pass. Anyways, let's get right into the Bears-Vikings game, guys. This is one of two Monday night games this week. So we got the Bears-Vikings, we got Atlanta and Las Vegas. This one is going to cover this. I will do another video on the other one. Don't worry. But let's get right into it. Bears are sitting at 4-9. Vikings sitting at 11-2. Obviously, the Vikings are the better team. I think the Bears have a slightly better defense, but the Vikings have just been better this year. Their offense is dynamic. Anybody you put into that system at quarterback, I think, can succeed. We saw it with Nick Mullins. Obviously, we saw it with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is just a good quarterback in general, but Sam Darnold is kind of resurrecting his career there. He might earn himself a contract elsewhere. I think the Vikings are going to turn to J.J. McCarthy because they used a first-round pick on him, but Darnold is playing himself into a contract somewhere next year. Anyways, spread. +7 is what it opened at for Chicago. +7 is where it remains. -7 where it opened at for Minnesota. -7 is where it still sits. Odds changed a little bit. -115 odds. -115 odds on the Bears side of things, but it did go change by a penny. -106 odds to -105 odds on the Vikings spread. Down here where the money and the percentage of the bets are going, 64% of bets are on the Vikings for the spread. 74% of the money is on the Vikings. So big time public lean on the Vikings, which is fair because they are 11-2 going against a 4-9 football team. Makes sense. More money is on the Vikings for the public. However, I'm going to watch this one a little bit because we got 74% of money on one side. Line's not moving at all. Just kind of makes me think maybe the Sharps are doing something different. I'm going to watch that one a little bit. Then we're going to go into the money line. Money line, this is going to look crazy. If you've watched my videos, you know that heavy money favorites are very scary. I don't think that's the case with this one. Opened up at -110 for Chicago. Now it's plus 256 for Chicago. Opened up at -110 for Minnesota. Now it's -325 for Minnesota. So it opened up basically as a pick'em. Now the Vikings are heavy favorites. This probably opened up back in September. As the season went on, more money's coming in. The line is moving. Vikings are 11-2. Makes sense. Should be a lot of money on the Vikings. There is. 97% of money is on the Vikings to win this game. 95% of the public are betting on the Vikings to win this game straight up. This one does not scare me because of how much this line has moved. If this was only going from -110 odds to like -150 odds with a lot of money on it, I might think differently. But because this line has moved so drastically, all this money coming in just tells you that's where the line is supposed to be moving. Okay, that one's not that scary to me. I am going to watch this spread though. Then the over-under, you got opened up at 43.5, -110 odds. Now it's at 44, same odds, -110. Over here on the under, opened up at 43.5, -110 odds. Now it went up a little bit, and the odds changed to -115. So line went up on the under, but odds are more likely to hit just with a half a point. So I think the books think it's really close to this 44 number. Where the money is at, 89% of public bets on the over. However, 62% of money is on the under. So another kind of outlier here where public is on the under. Usually public is on the over, but take that for what it's worth. Watch that one if you want, guys. It's Saturday right now, Saturday morning early. It's 6:30 in the morning where I'm at on Saturday. So you got a lot of time to watch these lines as we get closer to game time on Monday. There's your public betting information, guys. I will be putting in a pick on this one. I'm going to tell you right now, my free pick I'm going to give you guys is this over-under right here. Money is on the under, okay? A lot of money on the under. This went up by half a point. Why would it go up by half a point if public money is on the under? Well, the sharps. Sharp bettors, I think, are taking the over on this one. Doubt me if you will, but I'm going to adjust this line down. I'll probably adjust this down by, we'll see what the odds are when I do it, but probably down to 42.5, maybe 41.5 if I can get it around minus 150 odds. Minus 170, I might go there, but I'm going to take the over with an adjusted line down a few points, okay? Now, you guys are probably thinking, minus 170 odds, why would I bet that? Well, I told you it's not a get-rich scheme in my past videos. It's not. Slow wins build your bankroll. Wins build your bankroll. Or big wins can multiply your bankroll. I'm not a guy that's going to reach for plus 1,000 odds or crazy odds like that. Sometimes you got to take the small wins when you can get them. And in the free picks, at least, I'm going to give you guys winners. Okay, in my VIPs, yes, there's some times where we might get a winner that's plus 150 odds, plus 200 odds. Sometimes I do, rarely that I do straight up regular parlays unless I love the picks. Sometimes I'll tease and parlay together to get us plus odds, and that's part of how we're winning in the VIPs. But for the free picks, guys, I'm just trying to get you guys a win. Take the total over, but adjust this line a little bit down, just based on the way this line's moving and where the money's at. Now let's move into the player props. Before I do that, I apologize, I forgot to even mention this. I will use the REBET app when I do this. The reason I use REBET so much on this channel is because it's legal in 47 different states. Now, a lot of you guys don't have traditional sports books where you can play these main betting lines, but REBET is likely legal in your state. If you're not in Idaho, Michigan, or Nevada, you can play REBET. There's a link in the description down below. Same promo code as with Sleeper in my past videos. Promo code AROD. They get you up to a $100 deposit match when you sign up for REBET. Link in the description down below. Super easy for you guys to get to, but the reason, like I said, I use REBET is because most of you can actually use that sports book. So I'm going to give you plays that you can actually use on my channel. Makes sense, right? So check out REBET if you're in one of those states that doesn't allow sports books, but you want to get into traditional sports betting. I helped a dude out yesterday. He said he lived in Washington. He literally commented and said, "Man, I wish I could bet." I said, "Where do you live?" He said, "Washington." So I sent him the REBET app. I don't know if he started to use it or not. But I don't know if he uses it yet, but it's legal in his state. He can if he wants to. Now for the player props, yes, REBET has player props on there. It's called Prop City. You could do both on REBET. It's very like a traditional sports book. But I'm going to use Sleeper for this because you can adjust the lines. You guys will see as I move on, I will be adjusting these lines a little bit on some of the other props. Not this first one I'm going to show you, but some of the other two that I'm about to give you. But I'm going to use Sleeper because you can adjust those lines. Before I get going, I apologize if this sounds too commercially, but I just want to give you guys all the info you can have to get some bonuses on the sports books to benefit you, to get you guys free money, okay? Real quick, link in the description for this one too. I'll make it super quick and easy. Sleeper app, down here at the bottom of the screen, you can see bet $5, you get $55 free. It's a new promo they have going. They did away with a deposit match of $1,500 because that's not sustainable for their business. They can only do that for short periods of time. So if you missed out on that one, I'm sorry, but they do have this new promo. Bet $5, get $55. Promo code AROD, link in the description. Let's go. Justin Jefferson, over half a touchdown, anytime TD. Doesn't matter if he runs it or catches it. Justin Jefferson gets in the end zone. Looking at his season right here, yes, he had this long stretch where he did not score a touchdown. That's like, I think, I don't know for sure, but if I remember correctly, I heard a stat that this was Justin Jefferson's longest streak of his career without a touchdown. I believe I heard that stat like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So it was somewhere in this area where it was his longest streak. So obviously this is his longest streak of his career without a touchdown. Looking at the beginning of the season, he was scoring almost every week, 5 of his first 6 games. Then he had this bad stretch, the dry spell, 2 touchdowns last week. I'm taking Jefferson while he's hot. He's going to get another touchdown Sunday. Darnold's going to have a big game. Don't fade Jefferson. This one is kind of not basing off his recent trends, but basing it off of his career, basing it off of how his quarterback's playing right now, and slight bit of gut feeling. Usually don't bet on gut feelings, but this one has a slight bit of gut feeling. So if you guys don't like that, don't put this pick on your slip, all right? Only if you're confident in it. I'm never going to tell you have to do something or you're dumb if you don't do something, but I like Jettis to score a touchdown. Now we're going to move into Sam Darnold. His line is set at 224, okay? We're not getting him at 224. We're going to adjust this down to 174.5 passing yards. Doing this on Sleeper. When we do that, look what it does to his graph. 174.5 passing yards. Basically what it is on Sleeper, you adjust it down, and it doesn't say over 174.5. It says 175 plus. So all he has to do is get 175 passing yards or more, and we hit this pick. If he hits right at 175, we push. So it does give us the opportunity to push and not lose the bet. But I'm adjusting this down because the Bears, although they are right here, they're dead middle in passing yards allowed. They are still a good defense, and I can't confidently say he's going to go over his main line at 249.5 yards. So I adjusted it down to give us a win, almost a guaranteed win. I'm not going to say it's guaranteed. It's always a bet, but give us a higher percentage chance to win this pick. Look at his graph, guys. He's gone over it every single game this season. Over 175.5 passing yards. Fuck. God damn it. 225. All right, let's move into Sam Darnold now. We're going to take him over 224.5 passing yards. That is an adjusted line on Sleeper. We brought it down. His main line is up here at 250.5. We're going to adjust it a little bit down to 225.5 just because, for one, it gives us a better chance to win percentage-wise. But the Bears are right in the middle of the league, dead middle in pass yards allowed. So they're not a terrible defense, but I do think they are capable of playing better than dead middle. They have a good secondary, a good defense. So I don't know if I'm confident in saying Darnold's going over 250, but I am confident in saying he's going over 224.5. So what it says on Sleeper is 225 plus. So if he hits 225, we push. If he gets above that, we win the pick. Pretty simple, but you can adjust the lines. That's why I'm using Sleeper for this particular slip. Looking at his full season, 3 games he's gone under this. The rest he's been over it. Lately, he's been crushing it. Look at his last, how many games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. 8 straight games he's been over it. I think he goes over it and has a big game again. Gets a tutty to Justin Jefferson. There's our 2 picks. First 2 that hit. Now we have to take one on the other side. So I looked deep into this one. I thought about taking a defensive pick because there's a couple tackle lines that I liked. But I'm going to go with Caleb Williams. Over 174.5 passing yards. So 175 plus is what it'll look like on Sleeper. 175 we push. Over that we win the pick. I adjusted this down as well. Mainly because Caleb Williams is dog shit. He hasn't played well at all this season. Blame it on Eberflus. Blame it on whoever you want, but the results have not been there. He's been very disappointing so far as the number 1 overall pick on the field as a player and the record overall. Bears had a lot of hype this year, but his main line is up here at 223.5 passing yards. So I did not like that with Caleb Williams, but adjusting it down gives us a pretty good chance to hit this one. 3 of his last 5 games. He's been over this. Look, the reason I really like this is right here. He's going against the 29th ranked team against the pass. So Vikings are almost dead last against pass yards. They have a very poor secondary. Teams have been lighting them up through the air. Another reason I think Darnold could have a big game is because he's got to keep up with his defense getting burned all the time. I think that's part of why he's had so many good games lately. Is he's throwing the ball a lot. They got to keep up because their defense can't stop anybody, which I think is going to be their downfall in the playoffs. Unfortunately, I hope Jettis gets to make a run. I would love to see that dude get a Super Bowl ring. I'm not a Vikings fan, but I do love Justin Jefferson. Watching that dude play as a receivers coach and a former receiver in college, I watch receivers a lot. I appreciate the art of route running, and Jefferson is one of the best at doing it. That's a side note. Totally got on a different tangent there. Caleb Williams, guys, I think he's going over this 175 passing yards. Adjust that down on sleeper, like I said with the other picks. But Jettas is going to have a day. Okay, here we go. You got Jefferson over half a touchdown. Darnold over 224.5 passing yards. Caleb Williams over 174.5 passing yards. There's your 3 picks, guys. This is showing on Prizepicks right here. Outlier does not have a sleeper option to just select and click straight into it, but you could take these on Prizepicks. You could take them on sleeper. You have to adjust these down, though. Their main lines are different. The main lines on Darnold and Williams are a lot higher. I'm not confident in their main lines, but I do like the adjusted slip. If you guys like what I'm doing here, click the subscribe button, guys. I give the videos like this all the time. I talk about the main betting lines, player props on all these big games. Just try to get you the info so you can make good, educated bets. So like I said, if you enjoyed this, if you found value in this, hit subscribe. Join our army against the sports books. It's us versus them. Every single day we're trying to take it to them, build our bankroll day by day by day by day, and make us some money, all right? We're having a good time on this channel. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I appreciate every single one of you, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. Anybody that supports my channel, I appreciate you. I don't know you all by name. It's impossible for me to do that, but you, talking to you, thank you so much. I'll see y'all next.